And we can just dance the night away until we can no more. Shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
Alright, here we go. Get this recorded going. Okay, so I have changed my skills. Stream watch me do it. I took out Inspiration Magic because I just realized I have no Mesmer skills that I'm using right now. So I'm wasting it by not using it. And so I've maxed out Beast Ray, I don't know what this is. It's this. Marksman. I will read things when I can read them, but this time I cannot. So we're going to try and see if this helps. This is supposed to help with energy loss. By decreasing it by like 4%, it said at a time. So we'll see. Turns out I had a lot of, like 49 of them just sitting there, just not being used. No wonder I was getting my ass handed to me. Alright, let's see here. So, we're gonna continue on with the story in the basic game, because I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying just kind of doing the basics of it. Do I have a... I don't think I have a primary mission. These are expansion stuff. I don't want to touch the expansion stuff, really. Because I suck, and I don't have a lot of strength. It's an Istin quest. Freda. Dropping... What is this? I'm in the neck of the woods, that's why I asked. So it's over here? Okay, let's do this, actually. Let's just try and get some of the ones in the Maguma done. And see if we can kind of cut down on some of the levels that are happening. Or, you know, all these, like, quests. I've jumped too far into this. I should have just stuck with going through the game, like, naturally. I kind of got excited and traveled farther, and I really shouldn't. I should do it through Lion's Arch and go through that way because, I like these signs. So that I could, like, absorb it. As you can tell, I don't absorb information as well as I should. I wish I could. But it does cause me to mix up facts and information. So it's a lot better if I kind of go through it story-wise. At least, I think so. I wonder how hard I hit now. I look like I hit harder, but it could also just be my friends. I didn't really need to do that. I also need to get rid of this. I think the next city, I'm going to get rid of this and put a different skill in. Because I don't have a prep skill. I just kind of been having it because even without prep, it was still doing a lot of damage. At least it seemed like it was. But it could have been this having an effect. Either way, we'll change it out with a different skill. It's not the other skill I want. There's one other skill I'd like. I don't know how elites work in this game because I think this is an elite. There's several elite skills. I don't know if it's limited. In Guild Wars 2, you're only limited. You're allowed only one elite skill. Well, like, specific elite skills. So, like, on the number tray, it'd be like right here is your elite. That one is, you're only allowed one of them. You can switch them out, but you're only allowed one. And that's the thing, too, that makes it different, compared to Guild Wars 1. In Guild Wars 1, you can change out any and all of these, but in Guild Wars 2, you can only really change out these skills, and there's 5 of them on this side, so you get 10 slots instead of 8. You can change out 5 on this side based on your hero points, your skills, which you get via leveling and stuff. On this side, it's based on whatever weapon you're wielding. So, if you're wielding a bow, all of the skills on this side, which are 5 of them, are based off a bow. And a longbow's skills are different than a shortbow's. And it depends on class, because a greatsword for a mesmer looks different than a warrior's sword. They have similar skills, but not quite the same. Kind of effects. For instance, for a while there, I think it still is like that. For the mesmer, a great sword honestly looks more. We're gonna lower this a little bit more, I think. A great sword for a mesmer looks like a wand. Like they use it like a wand. They like shoot power out the end of the sword. They don't swing it. But with a warrior, they'll swing that crap like it's an actual, like how it's supposed to be used, a sword. So there's that, you know. But like, so each character in each race uses it differently. A ranger kind of uses their bow similar to how Guild Wars 1 has it. I really worry about him. Okay, we're going this way. They're not gonna mess with us? Okay, cool. But yeah, so in Guild Wars 2, you get 10 slots and 10 skills, but you can't control what your weapon skills are. I mean, you can pick the different weapons that you want, though. So, for instance, if you have a two-handed weapon, it'll take up all 5 slots, like how a longbow is. If you have, like, a dagger and a sword, your first 3 skills are going to be, I think, the sword, and then the other 2 are going to be your dagger, which would be, like, these 2 right here, kind of thing. So, you do have the ability to be flexible with it, but you can't decide to have short bow and long bow skills. Like how this one you can choose, like, as long as you have a bow, you can use the bow shots. As long as you have an axe, you can use the axe skills and stuff. That's not quite how it is in Guild Wars 2. I don't mind it. Both of the combats in both games, Guild Wars 1 and 2, are very fascinating, and I both think they're both very cool. I do like the flexibility that I feel like Guild Wars 2 has, but I also think that part of the reason I don't feel as flexible right now is I don't have a lot of skills. I have a limited amount of skills as to what I have available to me. And that matters, you know. I wonder... Yeah, I have a basic salvage kit. I wonder if I could break anything and then make room. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just drop them real quick. I can just drop them, it's kind of cool. In Guild Wars 2, you can't really drop things like that. But they do give you, like, a little window to work with. I actually don't have kits. It's kind of interesting. I've run out of space. It's happened. It's okay, though. We'll just be more particular with what we pick up. I don't think anything here I picked up was super important. Well, the legs are. But, I mean, I don't think anything, like, major... Yeah, we'll just do with this. Hold up, there's a guy here. Hold up. I just realized we have this guy here. We could sell some of the stuff. We just passed him and I didn't pay attention. I would be surprised, but this is me we're talking about here. You know? Gosh. Anyways, sorry. I have to put this microphone farther back. I keep hitting the red when my voice spikes. I mean, people in the video won't hear it because of everything. Do I have the 5? I don't think I do. Okay. So I can't sell you anything. I wonder if I should go... Yeah, I probably should go back. I hate to go back, but I think I should because this is probably going into this area, which means we're going into a different map, which means we're going to have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So I better just play it safe. And I'd rather not risk more resources being wasted when Guild Wars... Okay, I was told by Guild Wars... Whoa, hey. Why are you here? Wait, you're this guy. Are you the one centaur that is the whole reason the Savari basically have the Code of Conducts? Maybe? I don't know. I may misremember. I may be mixing this up with the other centaurs because there are a few centaurs in history in the story that are good centaurs. I may be mixing you up, but I think his name was Ventari. Okay. Big fan. If it is him, big fan. Sorry. I don't mean to giggle at my own lame jokes, but... Okay, do I have anything else I could sell? Yeah, I have these. I don't think you can do anything else with them. I think they're just made to sell. These aren't mats, right? Yeah, okay, we'll just sell those. They're part of, like, a collection. I just don't remember. Shield. Okay, cool. Okay, give me a salvage kit, will you? And maybe an expert salvage kit, too. Armor... I don't know if breaking those is a good thing. Oh, so you can break these. You don't have to sell them. Okay, cool. Jungle Trolls. I still think that it's weird that he has like a straight tusk and not a curved one. I'm pretty sure those things had curved ones. I'm almost positive that's the case. Okay. I don't know if I should have broke that, but you know what? We broke it anyways. Okay, so yeah, this one's got a inscription to it. It's a long sword. I really wish I had a long... I kind of want to try other weapons, but I'm also kind of terrified to do it, you know? Okay, and I have that one intentionally, okay, that one's not identified. No, that one's a basic. I kind of wish you could continue breaking more because of the fact that in Guild Wars 2 you can kind of do that. Like, you can break a bunch of them at once, but I'm not going to complain too much because I did that when I first played Guild Wars 2. I did that anyways. I broke a lot of it manually, but if the game makes it to where I have to break it manually, that's fine. I don't mind that as long as I'm not wasting time. If I could do it faster, there may be ways to kind of hotkey it, but I don't know. I should ask one of the guild members who plays Guild Wars 1 if there's a way to hotkey it. If I can hotkey it, that'd be great. So I could like don't have to manually break it like that. I think that's it. I think I have to identify all the others first, yeah. Okay, let me... Where's my identification guide? It's all resources. I made that... Keep that emptied. Oh god, some of these are getting really cool stuff. Like, this is a lot. Look at that. Maybe I should sell some of the stuff. Not that one. That one sucks. Some of these have like a... That one's not... Maybe I should sell anything that's above 100. Because if I start selling things 100 at a time, it'll get like really quickly I'll get stuff I need. Okay, yeah. Oh, I don't need that. Cool, cool. I like how you don't have to, I bumped it by accident. I like how if you've already identified it, it won't make you do it again. You won't waste it. Because knowing my butt, it would happen. Okay. I think we got it. Okay, okay. I like my your bag has already been identified. Yes, this is true. Okay, you're crap. You're crap. Yeah. Can I not break you? Can I only sell you? Okay, I can only sell you. Okay, let's go ahead and break that one. I thought about selling it, but I think I'll just not. I won't risk it. That one can break. Oh, okay, cool. Pommel. Poison duration. Oh, give me that. If I have to pick one, that's the one I'm gonna pick. I can't break that. Oh, it's a mesmerin sigil. Give me that. It's kind of cool. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's kind of cool. I also have a lot of the stuff that I just have existing. Okay, sell that, sell that. Not the plant fiber. Sell that. I think that's it. I think that's the only stuff I can break. We're still keeping the seed. Alright, cool, 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 cool. Thank you. Sorry for the people on stream watching and having to watch me try and do inventory management. There it is. I knew there was one. Let's go to the chest. Ah! Dropping things off my desk, what do you know? Okay, we can start storing all this stuff. I'm kind of hoarding it because Guild Wars 2 players told me that Guild Wars 1 is a lot of, like your raw mats matter. That's what they were saying. And I said, okay, cool. So they told me to save everything that was useful. It's a quest item. Then we got it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Now we can get out of here. Actually, hold up. Let me deposit funds. I just realized I have 2 of those. I don't think you don't lose money from stuff, granted, but which I'm glad. But I'm trying to prevent myself from seeing my wealth, because if I can't see it, it doesn't exist, right? Rule of thumb. Can't see it, doesn't exist. I found out that works with me and with my cards, because when I first started like getting cash off, I found out that if I hold cash, I see it. And if I see it, it's real, right? But if it exists in my bank and I don't check my bank, I don't know it exists. I was supposed to say, I was hoping to avoid conflict, but I don't think we're gonna get to avoid conflict. It's just how it is. Man, who knew? If you start putting your skills in the right column, you start doing decent damage. Magic, right? Yes, I'm being sarcastic with myself and my own sad excuses of choices. Okay, after we get this one done, I'm gonna go back and talk to that guy. I'm pretty sure that's the guy who basically, essentially, creates this Varian. Well, I shouldn't say creates. He creates their code of conduct, their laws, and he becomes like an important him and like a human. I think it's him and a human that do it together. But they essentially become like the cornerstone of the Savarian culture, which is super important. But I can't remember for sure. I don't want to Google it. I also don't know how to switch up my pet. I still have forgot to check to see if pets matter. I was hoping we could get around them. I guess I should have expected better. Or, expected worse. They're not hard to beat. I just didn't want to waste the time. Oh, I pushed the poison by accident. This looks like the end of the world. Open warfare idiots with open warfare with idiots? What the fuck? Did I hear you correctly? May the gods be done. What are you saying? What is your... I am so confused. I don't even know what that implies. I just realized that this thing went down, which means that there's a patrol group around. Oh yeah, I forgot that these guys spawn. The difference is, I also say this right. One thing that I've also about Guild Wars combat versus Guild Wars 2 combat is that in Guild Wars 2, it is easy to fire upon an enemy by accident. Because in Guild Wars 2, your skills can bounce, and they do bounce in this one too, but not to the same extent. They can bounce in a way that... Okay, we'll just keep going around this corner. They can bounce in a way that ricochets off one target and hits another. In this one, I don't really see much ricochet. Normally, the only time I see ricochet is when something walks in front of you because of how the attacks are set up, whether auto attacks or number shot. in Guild Wars 2, like I said, like for instance, my axe shot with a ranger will bounce off heads. And it bounces off the target. So if I have a MOA in front of me and I'm fighting the MOA, it can bounce off the MOA and it can hit a char that's over here. And then I have a MOA and a char on me. I don't mind that. Like, I don't mind that the game doesn't have ricochet. I don't mind that Guild Wars 2 has ricochet. I just think it's interesting. Because in Guild Wars 2, your fighting can get out of hand real quick if you're not paying attention. It does make where bosses are a problem. And I mean, this game also might have something of a similar nature. Maybe with bigger fights, bosses, and with group events, group content, maybe. But seems like so far in the open world, it takes a lot of stuff to sling. Yeah, see, look, they don't have tusks. Unless that's what you call their teeth. And their teeth aren't that big. You know? I call bullshit. These trolls don't have tusks. They have teeth. At that point, I think you're just being dramatic. I do like their fingers. Their claws actually look quite terrifying. Also, you guys don't really look much like trolls as you look like swamp monsters. Look at those fingers. Anyways. But yeah, so both the combats are fun, and I'm sure, like I said, there's probably certain skills and weapons that bounce. But so far, I haven't had the issue with my arrows. But I've also only been using arrows. I would like to see what an axe shot looks like in this game with a ranger, because I use axes, hammers, and longbow in my Guild Wars 2 account. I have a legendary bow, so I use my bow quite a bit. Honestly, I've used my bow so long that I'm rusty with a greatsword. Because when I first started playing, I tried a bunch of different things, and I wasn't great with any particular one, except the greatsword. Oh my god, there's a lot of you. Jesus Christ. I was great with longbow and greatsword, so I was dealing open world damage to the max so that I wouldn't die. That was before when it used to be the build for the ranger was, or for the power. They called it the Power Ranger at the time. I don't know if it still exists as a build. I don't think it does. I think now, hammer is hammer and spear. I think something like that. Anyways, it changes with each update and with each new elite. When the new expansion comes out, it'll change with that one too. That's not even like a joke on the matter. It just will happen. Anyways, but at the time I was using greatsword and longbow, and at one point I dropped it and started using axe, like double axe, because it was the meta for the Power Ranger at the time. And when I did that, I then ended up changing out to longbow at 1.2 because I crafted a longbow. Wait, did you hear something? Maybe? It's nothing. You jump at shadows. Nope. as if you're born, as if they're both born to the edge, or whatever. Just kill them. But I used to do that, and now that I've gotten farther in the game, I've lost the ability to really use a greatsword comfortably with my ranger, and I'm better at it with other builds. Justice armor, huh? That seems like an insult. Oh my gosh, look at them. They make these little tiny babies. Primal rule. Sigil to creatures is not designed for creatures. Oh, that's true. Interesting. I think it's a positive one. Maybe I have to get closer to it? No, okay, it's fine. Come on, guys. We must go. Come here. Leave it alone. Okay, so when you go farther inland, maybe? Yes, we need to loop around. Oh wait, hold up. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. Whispers in the air has pointed to the ancients of the work. They attempt to move through the area with stealth. I would like to know their purpose in coming here. If you can find them and overhear the conversation, you may do what you like with them. Okay, cool. So we should have listened to their conversation is what it is. Okay, if that's the case, let's go over here, see if we can stick our heads out this door and pop back in. Because we're right on the other side of where they are. So maybe if we do that, we can overhear them. I was wondering why they were talking, so I think we should just let them speak. Also gives me a chance to stick my head on a different location. Now. Come over here. They're not worth the time. We're going into the next map and coming back. You can come fight them later. There we go. Okay. Now we can go back in. We might even be able to overhear it and head this way. And if we head this way, then maybe we can leave them be. I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave them be. I know we can handle these spiders, though. Sorry. I pushed 8 and I meant to push 7. I love that skill. The poison sigil is everything. Okay, we'll just get rid of him. I see him over there, so maybe we can kind of sneak around behind them and hear what they say. Did you guys have anything? Okay, here we go. Now we can see what's in. It's nothing. You jump at shadows. This place has both of us on edge. Okay, cool. It's better safe than sorry. Our friend inside the Shining Blade does not inspire much confidence. Have you ever seen... Okay, cool. Let's discover. Okay. So, they don't like their spy because they don't trust them. But... they don't have much choice. I think we're just going to get rid of them. One, because they're walking this way and we might as well get rid of them. Okay, so we're going to head back over here. Let's head to this town and let's get rid of the skill while we're here. It also gives us a chance to coop. Okay, let's see. Protection call. Shout. Your pet has 25% armor and unblockable. Oh, dude. Let's do that. It's also not super, it's not super bad on energy. Ooh. Especially since I'm mostly using, actually, let's change this out. Inflicts bleeding condition. Okay, let's change out our bow skill with a different one. Determined shot deals 50% damage, recharges your skill if the hit fails. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Cause I was thinking like something that hits multiple times. Dual shot. Your arrow deals 25% less damage. Capture skill. We need to put this back on at some point. Let's do this one because that way, if our skill gets shot or stopped, then we can get a reload on it immediately. It's kind of a nice thing. Okay, so we're gonna head back this way. Sorry, I was looking at I was trying to see if we need to go to there or to the capital, but I don't think we need the capital. Oh, you're here. Your eavesdropping has brought us valuable information. It would seem like we have a traitor in our midst. Whom among the Shining Blade would stoop to so low as to betray his brother and sisters? Brothers and sisters. We shall remain silent on this matter for now. I must think of how to flush the traitor out. Dang. Spirit of failure. Oh, dang. Predator's season. Creates a level 7 spirit. Creatures in range receive 20% less from healing. Ooh, creatures gain 5 health points for each they hit with an attack. Does not affect spirits. Oh, that seems so good. I'm tempted. Yeah. Let's give it a shot. Right, let's give it a shot. Let's test it out. All this talk of traitors worries me. Although I am loath to do so, it may be time to return to alternative sources of information. Deep within the forest lives Dark Oak. He does not usually choose to show himself, but perhaps if our need is great, he will make his presence known. One of our scouts named Mithron, who is stationed in the reed bog, knows where to find him. We need someone to seek out Dark Oak and obtain his counsel. Okay. But okay. Oh, that's up there near the Magoon. Should we go to the Magoon and do that? Price of steel. I mean, we got 2 missions up there. We'll just keep to this. We'll keep to this. Because I'm curious as to see where this story goes.